We live. Welcome back, all you beautiful people, to that We Got Action podcast, episode 27 coming at y'all. Man, reunited, and it feels so
Feels so
good.
good.
Welcome back.
Reunited at last.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
My boy. So we're gonna be chopping it up NBA style. You already know that. We're gonna do something a little different. Everybody kind of posed different questions to kind of discuss. And then finally, that draft we've been promising for a few weeks now, we're going to throw down
Yes.
on that as well. We're all going to try and pick a starting five and then a six man. Am I correct about that?
Yes, sir. Plus a six, man.
Okay, so we're going to all have six deep. So basically, we're all going to pick between the four of us, kind of our top 24 in the league,
And
in a sense.
I can imagine there's going to be quite a lot of salt.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. There might be some screaming at the end of this, but we're not gonna waste any time. Isaac, you got your first question.
Yes,
I want to
man.
just point out though, before we get into that the Bulls after this little sneak peek, the Bulls three off the rip now since the controversy. So
Two off
it's
the rip.
three, I think.
What?
No, two. Two in a
Three?
row. Two in a
Back to
row.
back.
There's just two in a
Just
row,
back to
back to
back.
back.
Yeah, we got hammered by the T-Wolves, and then now
Oh
back to back
God, yeah.
dubs.
Wasn't it like 150 to the team?
150.
150 to
Yeah.
Most in
126.
So
franchise
two. Okay.
history.
Go ahead, Isaac. Go ahead.
My question, guys, and everybody that's listening at home, do the Bulls need to let it go? Because the inconsistency of play, the team has consistently struggled over this, like up until this point, up until these last two games.
Yeah.
They're starting to figure it out. It kind of, we done had meetings with Zach LaVine and DeRozan about their style of plays, and also the trade deadline coming up. And right now, the Bulls are a hot topic in this trade deadline. So my
Zach,
question
a lot
for
of
you,
people.
I actually went on Sport Track, which has like contracts. They have a trade machine and all that. Number one trending player was Zach LaVine. Number five was DeMar DeRozan. So people have been plugging them into trade machines and checking out to see if they can get the cap working for their teams.
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So my question for us is this: do you break them up or let this core stay together? But if you do decide to break them up, who would you let go? Because I got a couple people I'm letting go. Because I know I can get a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start that off with the
I was about to say, go ahead, because I
go
know
first,
bro.
We talk about this daily. So
Danny,
Yeah,
you go ahead, because I know me and Vitor are pretty similar on it.
Bro, look. Shout out my boy Joe as well. He got me pretty heated. He sent me a little Facebook Messenger and all that. We went a little back and forth.
Those
We
are
gotta
always
trade.
fun.
We gotta trade DeMar DeRozan. We
Thank
gotta
you.
trade Nikola Vucevic.
Oh,
Yes.
At this point in his career, I love him, but we got to trade. I believe if he does not at least approve a little bit, we got to trade AC Alex Caruso.
I wouldn't.
But I'm just depending.
That's hot. That's hot.
It is depending
That's
on
hot.
what works
Yeah,
out,
hot.
and because his contract is only at $9 million a year. But
Yeah, pretty friendly.
I'm saying we keep Levine, man. He has, I get it. He has bad knees. We just signed him to a big contract. But one, he is still young. He still fits the timeline of what we're trying to do. And that trade that we did for Vucevic and the sign and trade with the San Antonio Spurs for DeMar DeRozan, our management got happy feet simply because of the management trying to at least win the fans over and things like that. So that's what I believe. We got to keep Levine, and then we just got to scrap whatever we can. We got to trade Kobe White on top of that. That's what we have to do. We have to at least scrap back what we gave up and see what we can rebuild, because we should have waited till next free agency class. That's just me.
It took the words out of my mouth.
yeah,
for most of them.
pretty close.
You go
with
ahead.
that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not as big on the trade Vooch hype only because the center market in this moment in
Trash.
time is complicated, given that the two free agent centers are very likely to be traded in Miles Turner and Jakob Poeltl. So they're very likely to be traded. So unless you can get a starting center back in a trade, I don't know
so
if it's
hard
worth it.
But the thing is that
guys
we're not
can fit
re-signing
what you
Vucevic. They've made
Well,
it
that's-
known is that we're not.
Right,
So
right.
Yeah.
at that point, you got to try and flip it.
Well, it's I
Try and
don't
flip.
think it's known that we're not re-signing him. I think it's what's known is that
He's not gonna
he's not going to get the money he's making now.
Correct.
So and then that adds up to, does he want to go take a cheaper contract on a true contender? Does he want to make his money and relive his Orlando days playing on a bum team,
which I don't think he does.
or is he going to try to, make a team-friendly move, sign for cheaper than he would want to, and stay? Again, I think Vooch has problems, and I don't think he is the problem.
Correct. I agree.
But I don't think there is one problem.
He's part of the problem.
There's a lot of parts.
His
But this problem is very big in sense of how many pieces are involved. It's a puzzle.
Yeah.
It ain't no one broken thing that you can pull out and fix. Then this gear start turning. You're gonna be fixing that shit for a minute. But I think when you're talking about building a championship contender, there's a reason why any other fan salivates at the idea of getting Zach LaVine. It's because he's the perfect complement to pretty much any superstar.
But can also be the perfect number one.
Yeah.
So and I say pretty much any superstar, you look at
to the majority of superstars.
And I'm talking the true superstars. I'm not talking like, when you bring guys like Trae Young and stuff who are superstars, but I'm talking like
the ones who are solidified in their position.
The guys who will be going in rounds 1 and 2 in our drafts.
Correct.
Stuff like that. Right. DeMar right now has been playing the best ball of his career for the last 2 years, a year and a half, whatever you want to call it. He's going to command good value, and he's also not a long-term commitment for any team taking him on, which is always also enticing.
Right.
And we don't want to build around a 33-year-old. Right?
Correct.
So to me, the number one trade candidate is DeMar. I also think his style of play limits other players, and thrusting other players into positions where they have to, where it's kind of like sink or swim, can help us, whether it be figure out if players are worth it or not, or help them develop, right? So I just think DeMar overall is just, I don't believe he's a championship player. I don't believe you can build a true contender with him. And that's just my reality. And I think Vooch is that too, but he doesn't command the ball as much, and he doesn't, you know what I mean? He can play off of guys better than DeMar can. DeMar has to be the guy and have others play off of him.
He's not taking 25 shots a game, and like other players have to try and find their rhythm within a stagnant offense, which is not going to work at all. And we've seen that. Yeah. But so go ahead, Cedar. Whichever, man. Go ahead.
I'll let Isaac. I mean,
he looks like he wants to
pretty much everything I would say. I mean, it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough, but I want to get rid of everybody. Be honest.
Okay. I had a
why? I honestly believe. Look, I'm not. This is no discredit to Zach LaVine, no discredit to DeMar DeRozan. I think those two guys are terrific, probably more than terrific scorers.
Yeah.
But for them to be in an offense, they are not guys who elevate the guys around them in a sense. And Zach LaVine's shot selection is that bad to me, to where he affects other people. Like, I'll be damned if he goes crossover, and do that stupid ass jab step jump shot, and it's not a good shot. It's never a good shot.
Fall away jump shot.
Yeah, don't forget the fall away.
Yeah, it's a fall away jump shot.
This man will be wide open for a three, and
then just falls away, and I'm like, for what? But then on top of that, I just think right now, the way this roster is constructed, it was supposed to be a defensive roster, and I don't think anybody is brought in on the defensive end at all anymore.
We're top 10. Before the recent slide, I think before the Timberwolves game, we were still a top 10 defense.
Yeah, we were middling.
And we've been a bottom 10 offense with somehow only offensive players, and then the structure of the team is just really bad. We have 3 offensive players, and that's it. And so
the rest of the guys that can't fit. And I would love for DeRozan to get back to the San Antonio days. That's the only way that shit would work to me. Because Pop put DeRozan at a 1, and DeRozan was like a 6 to 7 assist guy for them. He was able to get the team but it's offense too. He's still searching for his own offense.
That's the thing, though, is that Greg Popovich is the type of coach that demands the respect of the players, and that you're going to be in my
you play that one or you sit.
Well, the thing is, he didn't play the one. He played like a Sabonis-ish role in that offense.
But he was still the main. But he was the main distributor.
The main initiator of the offense was still DeJounte Murray, though, and that's where I think. Where you look at the Bulls, and I think that's where we don't have. Lonzo is our only true initiator in the offense. AC is okay,
but
he only works
well. But he's probably your best perimeter defender, which is why I wouldn't get rid of him.
I wouldn't either. I think he has a very team-friendly contract.
He's that,
and it's like
he's that energy ball for them a little bit. In a sense,
we shouldn't. Well, my sister was watching the whole game. I was out running errands, and she texted me. She goes, "It's crazy how different we look without AC. And it's true because he's the one that if you were able to turn down the crowd noise and the announcers, he's the one barking, right? He's the one communicating, telling guys where to be, step up, switch. He's the one screaming around, even from the bench.
But the thing is though that I find sad, the fact that we are not talking about our top 3 players as the catalyst to this team and the glue to this team is what the issue is, in my opinion. The fact that Lonzo and a healthy AC, if they played together on this team, that is the glue that holds this team and can reach the highest ceiling. That is what the issue is.
I think that goes together with most.
I just think,
yes, but I'm talking about as far as this team.
It just takes away focus.
But as far as this team, though, when we came out the gates, the first 2.5, 3 months out of the season, when we were the number 1 seed, when both of those guys were healthy, everybody was able to be engaged because you fed off of that. But the fact that you don't feed off of DeMar, you don't feed off of Zach, and you damn sure don't feed off of Vucevic and what he does, that is where you find the issue, is because those are supposed to be your guys. Those are your drivers right there.
And
everybody else is a passenger.
And I totally agree with you, Danny. And that's what I was thinking about with those 2 guys. I don't think they elevate anybody around them. This is why the team plays so much better. And we seen Zoe on the floor. Zoe controls.
Yeah, because he elevates everybody as well as
elevating everybody around you as well as Caruso. But
he's also our best defender on ball and off ball, probably, as well as our best shooter, who commands the most gravity in the catch and shoot situation.
Yeah, right. And I literally think this fell into an issue of like, we just needed a bench. We didn't improve the bench. Then we lost Zoe already. And I just think on top of all of that, it's just a bad recipe just for us to be doing what we're doing now, the middle of the road, or just falling directly down to the bottom. That bench
I disagree that we didn't improve. I disagree that we didn't improve our bench, though. I think both the Dragic and the Drummond moves were improvements. I just think they're not major improvements, and we still have obvious holes. They didn't fit the needs. They fit part of some needs, but they didn't fit all the needs. And we still lack defense. We still lack guys who can score for themselves. We lack 3-point shooting. So
that's a lot.
Yeah. And
like, we just listed. We was like, it's not that bad. Yeah, that's a lot still.
But
it's a couple players that, like, again, like I was like, I don't even know. Like, I talk about trading DeMar. I don't even know what I would want back. Like,
I'll take
definitely need some picks, but
I'll take one pick and a bad contract.
Bro, you know what I'll tell you the best part about trading DeMar would be was just letting Zach have the keys again.
That's what I'm saying.
For me, it's letting. For me, it's not even letting. It's forcing Pat to take 15, 20 shots a game.
What Isaac was saying about Zach not being able to elevate people, I think he can elevate people a lot. I think you are really seeing him suppress his game when DeMar's on the court. I think if the offense was catered towards Zach when the second half, when Vooch was there, first got there, and he was actually facilitating a lot more.
And that's the thing I want to.
I think he can elevate guys a lot more than he's showing now. But he, as a number 2, there.
Yeah, and that's what I want to get to, is that a lot of people say Zach LaVine's shot selection is bad. Granted, when there is plenty of time on the clock, I will say that he does throw up some dumb shots. But at the same time, when DeMar has the ball for the first 15, 16 seconds of the shot clock, and then all of a sudden, what are you supposed to do? Isaac, you know better than anybody. You are a rhythm guy.
See, I locked in, baby. You know what I'm on. I'm locked in 100%.
But I'm just saying, though, you are a rhythm guy, whether that's the catch and shoot or whether that's the slash and drive. If you're telling me that you're going to get one player to shoot 25, 30 shots a game, granted, when DeMar is on, he's on. But you're telling me that you're going to be in rhythm still, without being able to take any bad shots to try and get yourself in rhythm, that you're not being the player who you were meant to be. And that's one thing I commented. It was like on the Bleacher Report app where they had like turmoil in Chicago. I commented on, I was like, the management just had happy feet with trying to compete too soon. We should at least win 1 or 2 more years in the rebuild, got a couple more younger players. So then that way we could actually do the rebuild the right way, because we just got 2 bad defensive players. And look where we're at right now.
I mean, we talk about the players being bad individually on defense. The team is still solid. Billy Donovan understands how to coach a defense. It has its flaws in the drop. We give up open shots, and then teams get hot. And then we get 150 squad on us by a team that averages 11 threes a game. But again, the team was still a top
Remember,
5
no
defense.
cat.
Yeah, well, that they seem to be playing better with only one of their bigs on the floor at a time. So
Weird how that works out.
yeah.
Same, because it should have happened in the beginning. But my other question though is this though. I'm not a fan of it. I don't think it's gonna change. I don't care what anybody tells me right now. Patrick Williams is not gonna make it, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say he's the only one that we haven't talked about yet.
Because you can't
He's
trade
not-
a player on potential, and unless you're looking
What
at a
you
guy.
mean? You
And
can't.
but the thing is
Nah.
that he's still on the baby contract. So that's the thing.
Well,
Is
yeah.
like
It's enticing, brother. I will take it. I will package him along with something.
Yeah, but
I will package him along with DeRozan somewhere. I can't deal with it. You can't teach somebody to be aggressive. You just can't. You can't. That's like teaching the softest man in the world, hey, if somebody talks to you, hit him in their jaw. No, he ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna never do it.
I'm sorry, who says that?
Well, I just came, hey, brother, I came up with that off the dome because I was trying to make a nice.
I like it. I like it.
But,
the metaphor was there.
But Pat Will ain't coming on the floor hitting nobody in the mouth. Pat Will's still on the floor tiptoeing around. Let alone you too damn big to give me 2 rebounds, brother. At least do that.
Hey, he had 8 today. He had 8 tonight.
But the thing
That's
is,
cute.
again,
But hey, hold on.
Oh, I know.
Up
He
that
hadn't topped like 4
right, he
or
had
3
one
or 4
rebound
rebounds
against the Knicks in 30 minutes. He worse than damn near Jabari Smith with that. I hate that. That's so. If you're not doing something, you at least can rebound, brother. Like, we ain't gonna play Drummond. You can at least rebound. Like, that's my thing. Pat Will, if you can't do that, you can get an easy 2 to 6 points by just grabbing the ball and just laying it back up. He can't create.
We won the game off of that today from Io. So
we need it though, but Io's too inconsistent too. It's a bunch of inconsistency feelings on the bench.
Yeah.
At some point, you have to get some consistency. I don't care if it's just one guy. If you can get like a Spencer Dinwiddie on your bench, I will take it.
Now, you know who's somebody I think could be an achievable target based on the play of his teammate? I think Jarrett Allen is somebody we should be prying in on because Mobley played a lot better with Allen when he was out for those stretch of games.
I mean, he did, but that ain't happening though.
Why would they? Mobley is a much better all around player than Allen is. If they're gonna make a team, yeah. Obviously, they're a division rival. They're built fairly well. They have a long-term plan. It seems they've got similar timelines going on.
They know how inconsistent our players are.
But yeah, if they want to really like make Mobley be that true like number 2 for them or number 3 for them, they need to give him the ball in space. And so I think at some point, probably not this year, I think some point next year, there's going to be a lot of Jarrett Allen trade talks. I think Kuzma obviously is a name that's been talked about. A lot of these guys in the 18 to 20 million. There's a lot of guys in the 18 to 20 million. Yeah, I mean, we need a
Jarrett Allen is stretch just because of how good that team is on paper now. You don't mess that up.
Yeah, but again,
you would probably throw Jarrett Allen to the second unit, bring like Chetty off the bench, put him at a 4-5, so you can let Evan do what he want to do. Put Chetty in the corner. Let Mitch
put 20 million
do what you need to do. I would
do what you gotta do to win a chip.
You gotta do what you gotta do. You talking about the same? I know he don't care. This is the same dude showing up in sweatpants and a hoodie. Like,
he don't care.
He don't care. I know he's a team guy. Jarrett Allen's strictly a team guy, which is why they was able to make the jump they did last year because of the team guy he is. I just think right now, the Bulls need to be actually going for some real people. Like,
we also need to start also really thinking structure wise and stop looking at things like we need to figure out if Lonzo can come back healthy. Okay, we have an initiator, we have a shooter. Who can we put around him and Zach or pair him and Zach with that actually makes sense, right? We have needs. Who's available that fits our needs? We lack height. We lack shooting. Cam Johnson's a restricted free agent this summer.
Hey! You stay over there. Don't.
That ain't happening with that guy.
You don't think
so?
To
the valley. Stay out of the valley. I would rather give you DA at this point, but you stay out of the valley. God damn it, no, okay? No.
Right? But before
you don't want him to rot away in Phoenix. He's never gonna win shit there.
Before we continue on though, let's all go around real quick. what's it with I guess Zach and DeMar are going to be the main talks of the trade deadline coming up in February. So that's the question I'm gonna pose. One answer real quick before we do move on to our next part that Isaac still got. Do we trade DeMar or Zach? I'm gonna go first. We trade DeMar.
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 Okay.
You
That's
hear,
it.
Good answers.
you hear that, AK?
Good answers.
Isaac, what you got next for us, bro? That you brought up here with little
right,
guard
man.
action, little guard action, bro.
Got a little guard talk, little guard. I don't know if this is what we're gonna call this a one-sided rivalry, but we got
much.
Pat Bev and CP3. All right, my son's up about 20. Pat Bev get a nice little and one. He does the two small symbol as they're down 20. This guy, right? But now my real question is this a good beef for the NBA? Or is this literally just Pat Bev making this beef relevant? Because like CP3 gave him a cold shoulder the whole game. Was like, yeah, you tweaking. Same thing in the playoffs. CP3 didn't say nothing to him. Pat Bev so frustrated, shoves him in the back. Like, I just think this is a one-sided rivalry in some sense. Like Pat Bev came on ESPN, bashed him. Still getting his ass.
But that's Pat Bev. I think I said it in an earlier podcast. You gotta respect his dedication to the craft.
Exactly, bro.
He is doing it with he's beefing, he barking at the back of somebody's head. Like, and he don't stop. He never let up.
But it's always at the wrong time.
It
Don't
is,
do it when
but
you're 20.
Well, because he doesn't have enough moments in a game to do it at the right time.
And when you're also when you are actually statistically the worst player in the league shooting wise right now, you got to do something to you got to do something. He actually is in the bottom two of each statistical category. Field goal percentage, he's actually dead second to last or dead last.
What's he shooting?
He's shooting like 29% from two, and then almost like less than 25% from three right now. Russell Westbrook is shooting better than him from the 3-point line right now. But he is statistically one of the worst players in the league.
Hey,
listen here, Patrick, you need to get your shit together.
Look, Patrick, he ain't even giving him defense, bro.
Ain't no Patrick. It is Patrick.
34%.
Yeah.
33% from
26 from three.
Patrick.
Patrick. And he playing like 20 to 25 minutes a game, sometimes 30.
Listen,
can I get a contract?
You guys all know how I feel about Chris Paul. You guys all know how I feel about Chris Paul.
Hey, man,
whack as hell.
Go too, bro. He need to go right now.
But this is so one-sided, it's not even funny.
Yeah, bro. It's just, I don't even think this is a discussion. It's just more so that Pat Bev is just trying to really stay relevant.
Yeah, that trade did hurt him because I do think he kind of revived himself that last year in mini.
Mm-hmm.
And then they did him dirty again. Like he was very useful. Brought that energy and but
I think I read somewhere that he is of interest if he gets bought out. I think it was
correct.
To the Timberwolves.
If he gets traded and then bought out by his next team, he would like to go back to Minnesota. That is the main hot rumor. They could use him right now. So, but yeah, I mean, basically to answer your question, Isaiah, at least to me, is it a good beef? I don't think it's a good beef because we've seen Pat Beverly injure players in the process. He injured Russell Westbrook when he was going for a timeout.
So mad when he injured
Russell Westbrook when Russell Westbrook was going for a timeout, pushing players behind their back. When you go on national television and you literally only bash one player and you say that the Lakers are going to be better with you than without you, you got a big problem, my guy.
13 and 17, yeah, he's right.
You got a big problem, my guy. But this isn't. I don't think it's even a beef. Like Christian said, it's a one-sided beef, bro. But that's all I gotta say about it. So, but yeah, I don't think it's anything, bro.
It's funny.
I just want to agree with. It is funny. He talked all that trash on ESPN, and I'm probably the one advocating for CP3 to be traded off the Suns. But CP3 his best game of the season is against the Lakers, 28-8.
That's what I'm saying.
So. Hey, Pat Bev, you want to keep talking to him? I appreciate it over here, man. Always and forever.
We'll see. It's gonna be fun, especially hopefully when AD comes back. Again, we talked about it, injuries, but next thing we got for you guys gonna be led by CC here. I talked about it last week, so this is one of my picks for little MVP. But I appreciate C for bringing it up. Made me very happy, made me blush a little bit. But go ahead, C.
Before I get into that. I wasn't saying that
I
the
know,
man
I know.
was MVP.
I know, but it got me
Just
excited.
saying
It got
he's
me excited.
playing like an MVP.
Yeah.
So I know me and Isaac kind of texted over it too a little bit. Isaac trying to pick my brain and see where I was at this. I was just saying the question I had was with the Celtics kind of looking like a true contender for a title again, just looking like they can push for another finals playoff run. And with Jayson Tatum playing like the MVP right now, playing like an MVP, do we feel that JT has entered into the same kind of airspace that we hold Luca in? And that was my question. Go ahead. I'm curious.
Go ahead.
Just curious.
I'm excited.
I started off. I was gone, and y'all was doing my man Tatum a little dirty. Okay, a little bit, not a lot.
Except
but a
me.
little bit.
Except me.
Excuse me.
Exactly.
Well, I think I picked
No.
him every time.
We gave him the
You
credit.
did.
It's just
My
Did we
thing
think
is
too long
this.
on some of them?
Yeah, a little bit. My thing is this. I think he's been in Luca's F for a minute. The only thing that separates him and Luca is assist numbers. Outside of that
Correct.
assist number,
They're
the
pretty
jump
dead
he
even.
took last, pretty dead even. But that jump he took in the playoffs and throughout that run last year was the assist aspect. He literally struggled in an NBA Finals game and got a double-double for that team with like 12 or 11 assists, if I can remember.
Yeah, it was a high amount too. It was a good playmaking game.
That's winning basketball. But another thing is this: I don't care who surrounds. A lot of people bring up who surrounds both of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
By all means, a Marcus Smart, a Grant Williams, even Jaylen Brown. These are all players that had to grow into the role they are now. And guess who was consistently taking them 4 out of the 5 times to the conference final? Jayson fucking Tatum. Okay. Luca is still struggling because Luca can't play through frustration. Okay. Which is when his team is bought in with him, Luca's bought in with his team. When his team ain't playing defense, Luca don't give a hell about playing defense. Luca will legit just dominate the offensive end. Beautiful talent, one of a kind. But his attitude, if he brings it on a consistent night for me, I will say, Luca, you can do whatever you want. But that's what's lacking in Luca to me. Tatum could be lacking off, and he is still giving you 100% of his effort nonstop. He's been that since 2021.
Please, you think he's better?
I don't think he's better. He's in that era already.
Okay.
Been in that era since 2020. That's 20. He's been averaging 26 since 2020, guys. He's been to the conference finals more than the times that Luca could sniff the playoffs.
I will say he's never had a lesser sidekick than Luca's been playing.
He's also never been through turmoil.
Yeah, let's be honest. The Celtics have been a very well-run
since
team.
He was drafted.
So that will always help a player's growth and their ability to perform. And you see, like we talk about it all the time. Well, I don't know if we didn't. Yeah, we didn't do a podcast after that Mavs game. And I texted in the chat. I'm like, y'all watching? Y'all seeing this team without Luca? Because our struggling Chicago Bulls blew them out the water.
Correct.
We were. They look like us.
It's a lot different than when you even compare like a John Morant.
Yeah.
When he's not on the court, the Grizzlies are just fine.
Yeah, like
and that's where I don't put Tatum in the same category as a Luka, a Joker, a Giannis, an Embiid.
Is that you think they're up? You think
I think they're a tier above because you take them off their team and they are fighting for they're fighting for scraps. Whereas I think the Celtics,
they're so well run.
They're so well run.
They have coached. The system is so good. The support system is so good.
And
the second
they're not
superstar is the number one.
They're not contending without Tatum. But that team in the regular season without Tatum is completely fine.
It's probably still top 6.
Yeah. Like they will make the playoffs and they will avoid the play-in without Jayson Tatum. None of those other and that's where my difference is. And it comes down a lot of times to factors outside of their individual control.
Correct. Right.
But again, that's how perception and the reality of situations works, right? Is that some of these guys are thrust into positions where if they're not who they are, the team cannot win, right? If Luka, how often do you see a headline where it's like Luka struggles but Mavs get the win because other players stepped up?
That was one of my biggest points that I put up was that if the Mavericks win, it's because of Luka. If
Mhm.
the Mavericks lose, it's because of Luka.
Yeah.
Yep.
If anything happens with the Mavericks, it's because of Luka. If the Celtics win, could be because of Jaylen Brown.
Could have been a Marcus Smart
Could have been a
game.
Marcus
Could
Smart
have been
hitting
an Al
threes in
Horford
the
game.
fourth.
But
Could have been a defensive game. Could have been, you know what I'm saying?
And he
Yeah.
does contribute to all
Yeah.
of that.
Not saying that they
But-
could have won because Tatum went for 40. They could lose because Tatum,
So-
you know what I'm saying? But it's not all Jayson Tatum, and
Yeah.
that's where I think
Correct.
Luka is in such
So
a
for
higher
me-
airspace. And
For
it's
me,
just like
yes,
I don't know. That's my opinion.
just for me, it's just I look outside of this year and last year. I look at like the 2019, the 2021 seasons. Those 2 years, those two differences right there, because I felt like in that time frame, Marcus Smart wasn't Marcus Smart. That
But he
team
was
wasn't that.
still deep boy
Yes.
He was
contender.
still like he was still doing that, but his scoring wasn't there. Jaylen Brown's scoring wasn't what it was now. Okay, he's averaging like 26 a game right now.
Yeah.
It wasn't that back then. And literally, I felt like with that team, it was a lot he had to do, especially in that 2019 season, dealing with the because he had to deal with a little bit of turmoil. Like a guy telling you, I'll be back next year and not coming back at all the following year. Okay, you plan for that. And he was a locker room cancer, if anybody understood that. So you have somebody in your locker room causing all you all to come down, when AKA Kyrie, and then you shift into these other years. Yes, he's had way better coaching, because I think Brad Stevens, Ime Udoka, and I forgot the new guy's name. Joe are way better than
something like that.
Joe Mazzulla are way better than Rick Carlisle was, in my opinion, coaching a real big talent. Now you shift into Jason Kidd. I feel like somebody who's demanded so much from Luka. I need Luka. Luka could set the tone for him on the defensive end.
Well, I'm gonna
That
just
team
say
bought
that.
him.
I'm gonna just say this though. Rick Carlisle did win a championship. Come on now,
Yes.
won a championship.
Yes. And I'm not
But
discrediting
again,
him
he
either.
doesn't manage. You are correct in the sense his ability to handle egos is not the best.
Right.
And it's been shown where, like, look at his superstar when he won a championship, right? Like,
The most
egoless.
selfless
Yeah.
player.
and now look at
Right.
who his best player is right now,
Yeah.
and who's performing for him, right? He takes guys who are more blue collar type of players, and it works because they feed off of each other. He can't take somebody. He could not coach a guy like Embiid, a guy like KD.
Nope.
He wouldn't be able to
Nope.
do it. And that's the same with Luka. We saw that. And Jason Kidd was able to get the team built around Luka. But again, there's still flaws in the structure, flaws in the play style, because it does depend way too much on Luka because he can do so much.
Mhm.
And yeah, going back to the real point is, like, I don't think it's far, but I do think there is a difference.
God, no.
There is
I'm
a
not
difference.
saying it's fucking.
It's
like
a
two
tier.
tiers,
It's a
three
tier
tiers.
below, and it's not like we're not talking a huge drop off. Like, it's just a tier of best of the best, and then
It's the
top
guys
of the
that have
best of the
already
rest.
proven that they can
Yeah.
do it with absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And
that's
I think
that's
that
where
and that's nothing against Tatum. Like, he's never been in the position where he's had nothing.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? He's never had the chance to prove that.
He's being hurt by his
Like, he was legitimately drafted into one of the best situations he could have been drafted into.
Yeah.
And has flourished the way he should.
Yeah. That was
especially
one
for someone
thing.
as talented as him.
That was one thing I was definitely going to say that you hit on, C, is that, you know, if we switch these two players, we wouldn't be talking about Jayson Tatum. Like, if they were, it's still the talent level. Like, let's say still the talent level is still there with a simple switch, putting Luka on Boston and then putting Jayson Tatum on Dallas.
Yeah.
There'd be no comparison because
I'm not trying to sound wrong. I don't think what's his face becomes who he is, and that is Jaylen Brown. I'll be 100% honest with you.
I agree.
I also agree with that.
I think you
we're
see
the-
more
but-
of like a Jalen Brunson style.
Yeah, but if we're just focusing on JT and Luka, a simple switch of the situations, we'd be saying the same thing. But I think we would see Luka elevate his game a little bit more of
He'd be a much better defender.
an all-around game. Whereas we may see a dip from Jayson Tatum in Dallas because he's going to be in the Luka situation of being so offensive minded, but not having anything defensively.
You could see him start to get a little more ego filled.
It's just a 1A and 1B tier, at least to me. Jayson Tatum being in tier 1B, and then Luka is in tier 1A at this point. And also it's just
that's the right way to put it.
Sort of touched on it. It's a system thing at this point of their careers right now.
It's purely perception based on situation.
Yep.
And it's the harsh reality. We talked about it I talked about it when we talked Joel's MVP chances after last year,
Mhm.
right?
Was one
He could have the same season, but last year was probably his best year because of the perception of the overall situation.
Correct.
That's the way things work in sports. Sports are no longer it's because of social media. There's so many opinions from everyone. There's so much access to information,
Yeah.
and it's just we have these types of things are always going to interfere with a true one-on-one evaluation of players, which we will definitely get into more later on.
Yeah, for sure. But basically, to answer your question, I mean, I think he's there. It's just 1A and 1B in my opinion. It's closer than a lot of people think, but it's just again system based. That's all it really is, I think. So
Yeah, I would agree.
no.
I was just curious. Picking brains.
Alrighty. Vitor, what you got?
I guess I'll bite a bullet. I'll bite a bullet in a second.
That's what I'm
I'll
saying,
let it
bro.
go.
Yeah, you better
I'll
let
let
it
it
go.
go.
You better let it
I
go.
don't want to, but I'll let it go. I guess I'll let it go.
You'll be all right, bro. But Vitor, what you got next for us? So you got a little bit of
Yeah,
we got a little bit of news
Yeah.
last week, which would have been covered had we recorded.
Oh,
because it was actually within the time frame for a podcast, not right after like we normally do. But the NBA changed
right before.
the award names, and they also added
They added
just one award.
They added
it's
the
the
Clutch Player of the Year
Yeah,
award.
they added clutch player.
So they have renamed the MVP trophy to the Michael Jordan Trophy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 2-3.
They actually, I just read this. The trophy is 23.6 inches tall and weighs 23.6 pounds, representing his jersey number and the 6 championships.
Yep.
15-degree angle of base to nod to his 15-season career. Apparently, so all the trophies are now designed as well to
pay homage to the
yeah.
careers.
So the namesake badge, it's 6-sided. On the MVP badge, so they're really paying tribute to the players with these awards. So like, I just wanted to ask, do we think they chose the right players for these? Do we think that does it make sense to change the names? Do they need to modernize as new fans or we're getting younger fans and people who already are looking at MJ as ancient history in terms of how long ago it was, right? Did they need to modernize to kind of keep up, or was it just kind of like let's just kind of do something fun and weird, like because there's 2 trophies I really disagree with the naming of.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I got one like that too. B.
I wonder if it's the same one.
Go ahead. What y'all got for the trophies? I want to get more.
So defensive player of the year, Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yes,
I like that one actually. I like this one. I love
Oh
Hakeem.
no,
I love Hakeem.
no.
I think yes, I love Hakeem, and I think he doesn't get the recognition. No, the ones that I disagree with, we'll get to. One I don't disagree with as much as I think there was a better candidate. There's one I purely disagree with.
Well, which ones did you disagree with then?
So I disagree with the Rookie of the Year award.
I knew that was coming.
And that's we'll average like 37 and 27 or something stupid. But like Will did that every year. It's like you could name MVP.
Okay, but who would you put then?
Yeah, who would you?
This is gonna be a bit of a rogue shout.
It's
gonna be a bit of a rogue shout.
Rookie who did that.
That's what I'm saying.
This is gonna be a rogue shout. But the only player to win MVP in his rookie year.
Oscar Rob? No, not Oscar Rob.
Wes Unseld. He won Rookie of the Year and MVP in the same year. Only player to do it in NBA history. I feel like the Rookie of the Year should be the only player who has won MVP in his rookie year.
You know what?
It's a rogue shout, and I understand.
Wait a second.
I understand the mainstream.
No, I want to give him some props. I'm not bashing him because you know what? In 27 episodes, that's the most things I agree with him in regards to that. That's the most things that I agree with.
I am not giving him that credit just yet because if that is going to be his reasoning for that award, then his reasoning for Defensive Player of the Year should not be Hakeem Olajuwon. It should be one of the 2 people who has won this award 4 times. That is Ben Wallace or Dikembe Mutombo. The only 2 people.
Yeah, Dikembe
should have been one of them 2.
Yeah, that sure would have been sick. But neither of them are as iconic as.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's part of it too, right? They chose the bigger trophies. They wanted a lot. They wanted to go more mainstream, which is why Wilt is the Rookie of the Year.
Could have gone for like a Magic Johnson who won the chip his rookie year.
Still because of Dikembe.
Exactly. I do agree with you. I think Dikembe is a great shout. I don't love the Ben Wallace shout only because it's too recent. And I don't
Yes.
think it's a
This
it
is
holds
all
the
the
same weight.
this is all about
He played into the early
Yeah.
2000s. His career wasn't in the 2000s.
and this is all about solidifying history on top of that
Yeah.
as well. Like and the,
Right.
and the
It could have been the Bill Russell. I know they already have. I think Finals MVP is still
The Finals
Bill Russell.
MVP.
So, but
What's your other
the other two, the other one I don't disagree with, or I disagree with, and it's gonna be. I don't know about how people are gonna feel, but it's the sixth man of the year.
Yes, damn, I'm good. I knew that.
John Havlicek
Okay,
came
I
off.
agree with that.
So he
go.
came off the bench for
Okay.
7 seasons and was an all-star in 4 of them.
So
But he averaged over 30 minutes a game in like all those years.
That's you calling him like a Tyler Hero,
Yeah. So it's like
like a
So he was practically
a
the starter.
non-starting
It was- yeah,
starter.
yeah. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like it should.
Coming in for JaVale.
I feel like we'll agree. I feel like we'll agree on this, but this is the one that I think shouldn't have been a classic player. This is the one
should have been
trophy.
Jamal Crawford.
Yes, sir. The man was a true six man. He'd come
He's
off the
not even
bench,
fully
play.
retired yet, though.
Hey,
He'd play
we need to
20
go
something
back
minutes and
a
give you
couple
20 something
episodes.
points.
Correct,
When was the
bro.
last time I agreed with this much with V?
That's what I'm saying, bro. I agree with him a lot. I
Took
agree
some
with him
time
a lot.
off
so
and
far.
refreshed.
I like the names. I like that they brought names to the
Yeah.
different awards.
I do. I like the name changes for the most part. I like the theme, and I think it helps. Like clutch player, Jerry West, perfect.
I think
Most improved George Mikan. I can't speak on George Mikan.
correct. Yeah, that's the
So-
thing.
I
Oh,
can though.
It's
I
tough to
can
make him,
though.
most improved player. I
Yeah.
feel like.
The
He says
most
he-
improved player, you use the drill who improves the people the most.
Yeah,
The Mike
the
and
George
drill.
Mikan drill.
Which is why,
Yep.
yes, you use that drill a lot. And to be honest, it's the
Mhm.
reason why Kyrie can do some of the layups he can do. Why some of these kids can do some of the layups they can do. It's George Mikan it. Okay. See, this is where I probably would have put Hakeem, because Hakeem's footwork was probably he improved almost everybody in the NBA at this point with
Mhm.
his footwork. I would have put Hakeem there. But Hakeem didn't improve, bro. He was already a star. So that's my thing.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
Give
and it
somebody
it,
like
it
that.
just and it don't fit the name either. That's the thing of trying to fit the
Yeah.
name with the award.
Just
Yeah,
to
but like, man,
go back on the argument, Hakeem is the all-time leader in blocks.
Yep.
So
that's cute.
Spit it, bro.
How many defensive player of the year
Vitor,
awards he got?
Vitor, spit it, bro.
I pulled out.
Hey, time out. How many
Hey, I'm gonna be
defensive
honest.
player of
It
the year
was
awards
old
he
boy
got?
segment, so he was ready.
Yeah, I was
That's
ready
what
for
I'm
this one.
saying.
Um,
Spit it, bro.
I need to hear this because I was prepared for this. How many do he got? V. How many depoys? Like he got 2.
Yeah, he's got 2 with 9 All NBA defensive teams.
Outside of King, bro, we remember King for footwork, his hook shot. I don't remember shit about his defense.
That's
I need
your
some
fault.
like Kembe.
You can basically
No, that's
count
not my
two
fault.
MVPs as
Bro, we giving Rudy Gobert award every year. That's the same shit that the Kembe and them did. Not what Hakeem did.
So then you know what? Rudy Gobert should have been on there then.
Oh God.
no.
Exactly,
You coulda changed
exactly.
the
You ain't
MVP
saying that.
Right. Then you could have changed the MVP trophy to
Right, but I
LeBron
feel like
trophy at this
Depoy
point.
is like the second best award you can get in the
Yeah,
league.
it's a big honor. So
You don't want to give it to somebody who wasn't like I feel like Hakeem was a true superstar.
yeah, Hakeem
And
is
that's
a
true
true
superstar
legend of the
award.
game. I think Dikembe, again, when we talk about tiers,
Bro.
he's not. It's not a 1A, 1B when you look at their careers all time.
Like this is an elite trophy, and you give
Yes.
to an elite.
Could have used Bill
Legend
or
of the
somebody. I like
game.
use Bill again. Nope.
Mhm.
Nope.
I'm
all these awards.
I like it.
named
I
all
agree
these
with that one.
awards.
yeah.
After
I'm-
everybody who was good for the award, you gave it to Jordan because he got the most MVPs.
That's not why
stupid.
they did it. They gave it to him because it's a GOAT.
He the
Exactly.
GOAT.
They didn't look
but
at who had
LeBron
the
for
most MVPs and say, let's give him the
Well,
MVP.
Bruh,
I
That's not
wouldn't
what they're
doubt.
doing.
I wouldn't doubt that they did that.
Isaac, you
That's
think
not why
it,
they
That's
did
what I'm
that. That's
saying.
not why they
But
did
yeah,
that.
it's also
I got-
the name Michael Jordan is the most
That's
one of the most
basketball,
marketable
bro.
names.
That
in
is
any
basketball.
But you gave
sport.
it to you named the clutch player of the year to Jerry West, got how clutch he was, and
Mr. Clutch.
coming
That
down
was his
the-
nickname.
All right, he was nickname Mr. Clutch. So I need. You need to kick it to your teammates. I need Mr. Dikembe Mutombo.
Oh
I
my
need that
God.
Afro,
No,
that freaky Afro big
you ain't
beard.
getting me on this one.
yeah, I'm sorry, bro.
I'm
you
sticking
trying,
with the dream.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
You
bro.
ain't
You
getting me on
trying
this one.
You going way too
You
hard
almost
for that.
the first time you had me, you almost had me at the wiggle. I was like, damn, he's kind of right.
The man's be in commercials doing a fucking.
Yeah, but
You-
bro, that's like the second most iconic award you can get.
But yeah.
I feel like it's gotta have somebody, some legend, like a true legend's
Mhm.
name attached to it.
Yeah, I think six man really should. I think when we think of the quintessential
Yeah,
six
it
man, it
should've
is
been
Jamal.
It
That
gotta
And
be
Lou
Jamal.
Will's
I don't
behind
care.
him.
That one
I
was
think
really good.
I think Hondo could have really taken a back seat on this because like there's some where it's like
That one was really
I
good.
would happily give like a second, right? Like Clutch Player of the Year award, Jerry West, fine #1, Big Shot Bob, Chauncey Billups #2,
Ooh.
right? If there was a vote that comes down to it, I'm happy with that. Not
Mhm.
happy with
Big
Hondo. And then Wilt, I just think
Phillips,
Wes
Phillips.
Unseld is. I think I don't know. I just think the narrative that
They
is
was
just
they were
too
trying
perfect.
to they might have been looking for something to give Will.
Well, they were like,
But who the hell ever
Yeah.
gonna average 37 and 22 as a
Exactly,
rookie
bro.
though?
37, 27 rebounds, 37 to
Exactly.
27.
Exactly,
27.
bro.
Let me make sure. 37,
30.
37.6 and 27 in 46.4 minutes a game. No one ever playing 40 points. Shit. Give the minutes leader the Wilt Award.
No.
Because he led the league
Exactly.
in minutes every year.
Exactly, bro. But I'm sorry, Isaac. Vitor came on fire with that one. That's all I gotta say, bro. But Vitor, you got another one for us, bro. Before we get into the
Yes.
fun part of the NBA segment here, what you got for us?
We
again?
talk about Patrick Williams and his problems. James Wiseman for the Warriors
Doodle.
has been historically one of the worst players
Yeah, can we
in
just
NBA
swap
history.
both of them?
He has had a negative plus minus in pretty much every game he's ever played, NBA or G League. He's been putting up big numbers in the G
He had a
League.
good game today.
He's
I
been
mean, they got shut out.
he's been put, but that's
Yeah.
the issue. He can put up a 25 and 15 game and be a game worse minus 25, right? And so
Yeah,
something's not
not
right.
working.
And with the Warriors, I'm pretty sure everyone's really aware that the second Steph retires, that team is not going to be contending,
Mhm.
right? So if you're the Warriors and you're looking at James Wiseman, who makes he's going to be making 12 mil next year, I think.
Yeah, it's about 12
year
to 16
4.
million because he was the first pick, so around that range. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he's making around 12 mil next year.
Mm-hmm.
He's not contributing, especially not to winning basketball. What do you do? Because the team is clearly a role player or two away from truly contending again. So if you're the Warriors, what do you do, and what realistically makes sense for both teams? Because this is something that I thought of. It's easy to we talk about. It's easy to talk about. Let's trade DeMar. What the hell do we get back? What team needs DeMar and would take DeMar at age 33 and 34, right? And what would they give us? What makes sense for James Wiseman?
I honestly think well, again, when we talked about this, when you look at the grand scheme of the NBA big man right now, it's very slim. Very, like, at least you could probably say most effective bigs right now, there's at least 5 of them. You know what I mean? That can actually like affect your team and actually lead your team in some sort of fashion, whether that's Joel Embiid, Jokic. You can't. That's really the only two. But I'm saying like star wise, but like he's important to his team and he fits his role. I think when you look at it, I'm gonna pick on Isaac's Phoenix Suns here. He's switching DeAndre Ayton for James Wiseman.
But that money don't work. You can't give up 30-something.
No, I know, but I'm saying not straight up. Obviously, the Warriors would have to throw in something extra, which I'm sure that Isaac, don't look at me like that. I'm just saying, like, one disgruntled person, maybe you might be able to get them for a discount type of ordeal and bring them to the Warriors. That's all I'm saying. I don't really see anything else that would fit other teams that way, in my opinion. Yeah, you heard it right. You heard it right. You heard it right.
They plugged in,
Wow.
They plugged in.
You wow.
I'm just saying.
I think you need to stay where you at. Let it play out. Why? It's that's a tough system to play in.
It is. As a big man, especially.
For a team that rarely
to develop.
Right. So I'm banking on the fact, like, we are at game 31. I don't give a hell what James Wiseman do up until game 82, because that's going to tell you if he learned anything.
If he makes it
he
that
needs
far.
to do Yeah, if he makes it that far, but if he does make it that far, I need him to be best friends with Kevon Looney. Kevon, what do you do to make it work? Kevon can explain to you. Rebound and
Was that a
basketball.
James Wiseman?
Yeah, hey, rebound and basketball, brother, and protect the rim like you did at Memphis. That's all you got to do. All he got to do. And he got to get his cardio up. I'll be honest. He can't run.
Yeah.
That's the main reason I think he's struggling, to be
Yep.
real. You can't
He's just a
run with
step
probably the
behind.
quickest thing. Man, you can't run with them boys with Golden State. If you can't run with Steph and them, you're going to have to find your way to the bench. I'll be honest, every time. Because he already tied.
You know
Yeah.
where
He
I
can't
want him
play
to find
defense,
his way
he's tied.
to?
Chicago.
No, I want him to
49ers.
find his way. No, we're okay.
Giants?
I want him to. We'll get there.
Barcelona.
I want him
Are
to
we
find
getting
his
close?
way to Charlotte. Play with his draft mate LaMelo Ball.
That'd be a good
So you
fit.
think the Warriors should get Jalen Durant?
Well,
But
That's
he's not even-
scary.
it'd be Mark Williams who's over.
Yeah,
there.
Jalen
God,
Durant
that's
ain't.
Mark-
scary.
I think so.
Jalen
That's
Durant's
Detroit.
on-
All right, but Mark Will. I'll take Mark Will too.
That's
over
what I'm
him.
saying. I think they can. I think it works for. I mean, Mark Williams. I don't even think he's playing for them right now. I
No,
know
he's
Kai
in the
Jones
G-
and
he's been
Kai
in the
Jones
G
and
League.
Plumlee are playing.
Yeah, he's been in the
Um,
G League. Yeah.
But I think Mark Williams is a much more simple player.
Mhm.
I think he's a better version of Kevon Looney. Obviously, I don't think he has the motor quite
He's
yet.
younger version.
He's younger. He's got more raw physical tools. But I think his game. He just plays a simpler game than James Wiseman, and I think he would suit the Warriors and looking for what they need. I also think he's a bigger body in terms of actual size. Wiseman's massive, but he's a little skinny. I do think that Mark Williams would be a good fit, and they could attach, to make contracts work, they could attach a pick or a player over. The Warriors have had, the Warriors have some money they could move away. The Hornets have contracts that they need to get rid of. They could afford to maybe move Draymond there, or figure out if Clay continues to slump this way, send his ass over there too. If they
Damn,
really want
that's
to,
wild.
if they
That's-
want to compete and bring in a Terry Rozier, bring in
Yeah,
if
boy,
Gordon
he
Hayward
said,
can stop getting hurt.
You're
Bring
telling
him
me
in,
you're
'cause he
gonna
would
you're telling me
complement
you're
the
gonna
system.
bring you're gonna bring in Gordon Hayward or Terry Rozier or
They're
Klay
both
Thompson.
Clay.
Terry's been playing
Over
better than
Clay.
Clay.
I
Clay's been
agree.
awful.
I agree.
I
But
understand
still,
what
bro,
he's done
come
throughout
on.
his career. I'm just saying, you got to,
Yeah.
But realistically, I do think that Wiseman needs to go to a younger team
Yeah.
where he can afford to make those
He dropped
mistakes.
36-6 today on 85%.
Yeah, what was his plus minus?
Hey.
He was 7th best on the team, but it was still minus.
Yeah.
But they lost by 30
Yeah.
plus, so
In the words of Klay Thompson.
He did it.
like,
He did
I
in the
let
G
you
League
go.
too. He was averaging 20 something and
but there was
12.
6 other players with worse plus minus.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like that'd be a good. He needs to go to a younger team where he's allowed to make the mistakes and really learn trial and error, rather than having to be on a shorter leash because his team is trying to compete.
That's the toughest part. Is
Yeah.
that he just hasn't gotten the minutes yet.
And it's
think.
like we talked
I
about.
really think they should keep him because I still think he fits what they need.
Mhm.
But
But
it's so
that's
tough
if he
to
can
get
round
him the
into what
minutes
he
and
wants.
break it
Yeah.
in and get him the time in the system is so tough, especially because he does keep getting little tweaks and injuries too.
Mm-hmm.
Sat out the whole season. Again, he's
That's
still not
another
even
thing,
fresh.
guys.
He's still not even
Well, yeah, but
fresh. We
he's
talked about it
he's
with
a
other
true
guys
pick and
like
roll big,
that
right?
had injuries.
But-
They still got to get their legs back under them too.
Right, but he in a unit. It's not pick and roll, bro.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's not
Exactly
even
why I'm
close.
talking
Because
about
he
him
is in
going
a-
to play with LaMelo.
Yeah, he can be in that system. I even put him in Pop's system. Like, send that man to San Antonio. The way he didn't turn Jacopo around, Pop just understands players and what they
Mhm.
need. That's my thing. I would even send him there. Let him go grow with that young core in San
Yeah.
Antonio around Pop. Let Pop be in his ear for a little bit. Because I think, like you just said, I just think with a team that's trying to compete right now, it's really hard for you to catch your footing. Like,
Right,
in
if
a
you're not
sense,
performing
Yeah.
right away, you're not
Right,
gonna
and
Yeah, we've
boy,
seen it
we-
with Pat, with our own
Yeah.
team. Like when you make mistakes as a young player on a team that's trying to compete, whether they are competing or not, when a team is trying to compete, your leash is short. When
Yeah.
your
So
leash
much
is short, your confidence gets cut short really easy.
Because you're gonna go to the player that you trust the most, which in this point, or in this case right here, is Kevon Looney. Steve Kerr
And that's
Steve Kerr will put Kevon Looney over an all-star center if that all-star center, like, you know what I mean? Like, if it isn't playing well, he has the utmost confidence.
And that's just because this is where I come in. This is where it all comes in. I just think that all the teams we talk about that contend and everything all have players that buy into their role.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why Golden State is struggling is a bunch of young guys trying to buy into brand new roles for them. Like Kuminga's playing more minutes, Moody's playing more minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, Jordan Poole, like shit, I gotta be the second scorer off the bench. Like that's a whole new role for you, brother. Because Clay got to still get it together. Draymond getting that age, he can't do what he used to do. He need to go. Like James Wiseman, in a sense,
tough.
like this is a system where bigs grow at the late, like the slowest rate of just about anybody else, just because how much less they use the bigs. I think James Wiseman literally has to simplify his game to be a lot better. Cardio got to go up. You need to defend the basketball and just rebound. Everything else will fall into place. Why? Because when they coming off screens, you send these off-ball screens. Now you can dive. Because Steph will turn the corner for you and drop it off. Clay will turn the corner, drop it off. Jordan Poole, drop it off. But it's hard to get those opportunities when you're not buying into the defensive side, where a lot of people would legit count on you then. Anything else, you drafted strictly for your defensive potential. Because of how he was throwing things at Memphis, and he's not doing that. He's barely averaging one block.
And to build on that, you talk about him not being able to get the run. His team, you talk about the teammates dumping it off when they turn the corner on these off-ball screens. Yeah. They're not going to be doing that because they're used to playing with Kevon, right? So then if they don't get the reps with a Wiseman who can be a more potent offensive output potentially, right? If they're not able to build that chemistry and that rapport together, if they're not going to build it, they're going to continue chucking up the threes off the screens rather than, going up and dumping it down low.
Did you really just pronunciate the T in rapport?
Yeah, sorry, foreign.
But yeah, I think
English wasn't my first language, guys.
I think we're all in agreement though that something should happen with James Wiseman, whether that's to Isaac's point, staying in the same system and working it all out, or again, like me, V, and even C touched on maybe trying to get something for him at that point, just to try and salvage something for the team if you are going to be in contention.
Bring it on, Danny. Let's go.
Let's go, man. So we talked about this for the last couple of weeks now.
I've been on the clock for about an hour now.
Yeah, we got Isaac back. So what we are gonna do is the We Got Action podcast NBA draft starting lineup plus a 6-man. So here's the draft order, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do snake draft. All right. We'll do snake draft. So
damn, I was hoping for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
We'll do.
Oh, what kind of supposed to leave me at the? All right, bro. You ain't doing that. I at least need a first round, like a number 1 pick in 1 round. Something.
I'm just. What are you talking about?
No, we're
get back to back.
We're snaking.
You get back to back. Come on, yeah. So again, to go over the picks, we did this again before we started recording. First pick is going to be Caban. Second pick is myself. Third pick is Vitor. Fourth pick is Isaac, and then we'll go along the lines that way. So starting off with
Danny made this. Danny made this and put himself second.
I'm gonna be so mad as soon as Isaac picks my player in the second, his first pick in the second round.
It's gonna happen.
You know it's gonna happen.
We're gonna leave some players out. I'm sure, but
Booker,
we'll see what happens.
We'll see. Stay off my paper, bro.
He said, "What you can see."
You got the X-ray vision on that thing.
We'll see what happens.
Name on here now. They just made me change the name.
He can go and beat them Booker now.
Exactly. We'll see what.
Let's go.
We'll see what happens.
Let's go.
I can't deal with
I gotta pencil them in reverse order.
So with the first pick in the We Got Action podcast NBA draft, Don, who you got for your first pick?
Luka Doncic.
Nobody's surprised.
He got Luka.
That ain't no surprise there. Second pick for myself, I'm gonna go with Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Third pick.
So who you got?
Keeping the Euro theme. Give me the Joker.
Yep,
I knew you were going there. The fact that I really just guessed the first 3 picks.
Well, I think
they were pretty easy.
This is where the questions really start.
Isaac, who you got?
All right,
hey, don't scroll through that.
For the 4th pick, for the 4th pick.
I hate that.
I'm gonna
ahead.
go Devin Booker.
I hate you so much. This man should be
I'm going
would be a
D-Book.
3rd or 4th.
And
pick
who's
in
the
any
5th
draft.
pick?
5th pick. Who you got?
You know what? Only because I need to get my 3 solidified. I refuse to let them steal my 3. I'm going KD.
Oh,
Nice. Good pick.
My player has not been taken yet.
Good pick.
So I don't like that.
Vitor,
You're not gonna double up, are you?
No, I'm not doubling up.
I
No,
was about to say.
give me the perfect player to pair with Joker,
Steph Curry.
Stephen Curry.
Oh,
Get the
okay.
fuck out of here. I knew he was gonna build this team off Jokic.
So for the 7th pick for
Devin
my
Booker at 4, bro.
We're gonna be picking
7th
players in the 3rd round better than Book.
Go ahead,
7th pick for myself.
I'll argue for Book all day. I got
We know
arguments.
you'd argue, but you'll lose.
Stop.
No.
Stop it, bro. The 7th pick
No.
for myself, I'm gonna actually go with, because he ain't gotten off yet, Joel Embiid.
Oh, trash.
Joel Embiid.
So you got Giannis and Embiid.
His team going to
sir.
average 152 free throws a game.
Yep.
No spacing, boy. Y'all finna be in that bitch.
I
Wait,
almost had
just
it.
wait on it. Just wait on it.
Almost
Just wait
had
on
it.
it.
Well,
Yeah,
how
but-
ironic is this? With the 8th pick, give me Jayson Tatum.
Team 1 gets 1A and 1B.
Can I get 1A and 1B, please?
All right.
What you gonna pick 1C next?
Yeah,
So
you
I'm gonna put Luka at the 1, Tatum at the 2.
The 2.
I put him at the 2 because I'm gonna draft Kawhi Leonard at the 3.
Ooh.
Damn.
Okay.
I wanted
This
Kawhi. I
man
needed
took
some
all
defense
the
on my team.
wins.
That's
I
tough.
need a
Okay.
wing deep, baby, wing deep.
I needed some defense on my
I'm
team.
gonna have a whack
My man
ass.
said
a three-piece
We gonna
A
play
three-piece
small ball in
wing
this
dinner.
mug. We playing
Alright.
small
That's
ball in this
Nice
mug.
nice 3-piece wing dinner.
Decent.
So for me, the 9th pick in the draft
Decent.
that I got, I'm gonna be going with SGA.
Oh wow, that's high. That's high.
Going with SGA.
With his way he's currently playing though, it feels pretty solid.
Yes.
And you need a true one
Yep.
with the big ass dominant team. Go ahead, V.
All right. The guy that I took over
Oh
Jayson Tatum.
God.
And I need a wing.
Which
I need
is
some defense.
The most,
Oh,
one
God.
of the most blasphemous takes on the show, along with the
Nah.
Marcus Smart take.
He's still not part of the big 3. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what Dave says. He's one of the best role players in the league, but that's what he is.
No, slowly.
But I'm taking Paul George.
slowly.
Well,
Okay.
all right, so Vitor's team's in last. Go ahead.
Whoa.
All right. All right, buddy.
Isaac, who you got? 12
Man, at
pick.
the 4, give me Pascal Siakam.
Oh,
Damn it, that was my
fucker.
pick. That was my next round pick.
That's a good
And
pick.
then I need somebody to run the show. I don't care about
No.
bigs.
You do need
don't
someone to
care
run the
about
show.
bigs. And it's gonna be
Yeah.
Mr. DG Darius Garland. Let me get that nice
Oh,
10 and
wait.
10.
wow. Darius Garland and Devin Booker, huh?
I thought you were gonna take CP, your boy.
Hell no. Nah, he in the elderly
I'm about
Olympics
to
right
pick
now.
2
Nope.
fragile boys.
Alright.
Fragile. I got
wanted
1A,
one of
1B, fragile A, fragile B.
I wanted that one.
Who you finna take? Lonzo AD?
Go ahead. Go ahead, V. Who do you got?
Is it me again?
14th pick. Yeah, 14th
Oh, it's
pick now. Who you
14th
got?
pick. All right, so I got a 1, a 3, and a 5. I'm gonna have to take Fragile B or Fragile A. I'm gonna have to take Fragile A. And I'm putting AD at my 4 spot. God damn it.
AD. Alrighty.
I needed that.
Hey, I ain't gonna cap. This is a wild draft, bro.
I needed that. I'm gonna have to go with a
Or-
pussy as my
You know,
fucking
you know that man we were hovering on is still there, by the way, right?
Yeah.
You might have him playing the 2.
For the
That just killed me. That's you,
PG to
Dan.
the 2.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I hope this motherfucker get back to me though. 'Cause I got my pick to be on the pick.
So
I know my
for-
pick into the top 4.
for the 15th pick in the We Got Action podcast
fair.
draft,
That's
Hey,
true. I need
Role
it.
player.
I am actually gonna go with
I
John
said I don't have to worry
Morant.
about it. Oh God. We're gonna have to put our
This
teams
is
out
wild.
here.
I'm going with
We're
John
gonna
Morant.
have to do a
Funny right now,
2K
I'm
sim
sorry.
tournament.
This is too much
Brownie
for me. Right?
outside, brownie outside. I'm gonna pick my 4 and my 5 here to round out my team.
Mm-hmm.
Give me. I'm gonna take Zion at the 4 and give me Cat at the 5.
That's a good pairing.
I like it.
Still soft. I mean, he got one tough bid and one
Soft?
soft bid. Cat is soft.
I got Kawhi and Zion.
Am I drunk? Did nobody?
I
nobody
said
pick
they
it, right?
tough. They tough. I said Cat is soft.
Wait,
Cat
Like,
ain't soft with them 2 on the court.
He's soft with
No,
anybody on
but
the
he's
court.
still up there. I'm hoping to get him.
I'm getting him.
Oh, you
No.
are too? Okay.
No.
So for
We do not
me,
get who I'm thinking you're getting. No.
That's why I wanted
You
to stop
stop
6
too.
man.
Yeah,
with
But I
the
didn't think you were gonna point it out.
with the 21st pick,
yeah. We share a computer. It makes
It's tough, yeah. Just keep. Go ahead.
with the 21st pick and my final pick for my starting 5, I'm gonna go with Jaylen Brown to round it off.
Y'all are correct.
Y'all pissing me off.
That rounds out my starting 5. We still got the 6 men left, but
Yeah,
Vito,
I know,
who
I
you
got-
go for the next pick?
All right, I got.
hey.
I'm sliding PG to my 2 spot. I had him at the 3. I'm sliding him over to 2 because
You got too many guys that would try to play the point.
yeah, that's okay.
Steph
Don't need to play the point. Steph can run around screens like an
No.
idiot all day. and
I
shoot
need to hit
threes.
his next pick. Who is he putting at the 2?
He's got.
No,
too many
I'm
people
moving.
trying
I'm
to play-
moving Paul George from the 3 to the 2.
He damn near got 4 ball handlers playing the point.
And at the 3, give me the Kang.
All right.
I want LeBron James.
Oh.
Somehow he's still
He's got
sitting
4
around.
runs on his team.
Hey, you can't.
Damn near 4.
They say go
ball
guard the
handlers.
best player. They're gonna be like, who?
Whoever got the
And he gonna sit
ball.
his ass in the paint.
Whoever got the ball.
All right, I like it. Isaac, who
You
you
got
got to round out your top? Who you got to round out your starting 5?
Bro, he just fucked my list up because I really didn't think he was gonna take LeBron.
I wanted LeBron as my 6, but he hovered right up to him.
Damn, gang, you just fucked my head up with
He is
that.
very high.
Damn,
That's a good.
Yeah, 1,
I need a big.
4. Where's he at? Oh, he took him, didn't he? He
Yeah.
did take him. Never mind.
This is there. Oh,
Hold on, give me a.
another
Oh,
point
you
guard.
just made me beat my- I ain't even get a chance to beat. Crap that. I really didn't think he was going, bro. Who took you took SGA too? Oh man.
That's
Yeah,
another
different
good
out
wing. Team wing. Hashtag team wing.
You know what? Let's be spicy, bro. Give me Paolo at the 4.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh wow. I mean, you needed a 4, huh?
I'm sorry, but your team
Yeah.
finished in last.
wait,
my
where
guy.
you got?
I know. I
Pascal
think
playing?
Wow.
I changed it.
Where you
I
got
got
Pascal
2 good
playing?
bid. He at the 5.
All right. So then Isaac rounded
I
out.
have
his
a
top-
dominant 5. I
So
ain't gonna
Isaac's
cap.
got Isaac. You got to go to your 6 man now.
Yeah. So now you're 6
6
man.
man?
Yep. Who's gonna be your 6 man coming off the bench?
He gonna shut down the whole show for all y'all. Give me Kyrie.
Oh,
Healthy Kyrie.
you dirty dog.
You a fucking pussy for that.
Oh,
I was about to
now
get
what?
him.
Now what was
Yeah, I
you?
wanted.
Now what was you
Kyrie
saying
really bad.
about my team, Danny? I was thinking.
Hold on, I got
I really want.
a better one for you. Don't worry. Go ahead, Vito. Who's your 6 man?
Oh
Round it
shit,
out
it's
for
my
me.
turn. Oh, I didn't want it to be my turn.
Yeah, you're up for your 6 man, and you don't have. I mean, this is a good pick.
Yeah, but not. I want some space in on my team. So, give me the man who inserted himself into the top shooter contest in the top shooter conversation. Give me Dame.
Come on, bro.
We all had Dame. We
unreal.
all 3 of us had Dame.
That's
Hey, first of all,
crazy.
we
All
are
3 of us
we
had
didn't-
Dame.
we
Just so you- in case
disrespected
you're
the
wondering.
shit out of Dame, gang. We didn't put him in the MVP combo.
He's not in the
Portland ain't
MVP
that
combo.
good.
Not yet.
You tweaking Portland in the
Nah.
playoffs with him. Without him,
That's a whole nother conversation, my boy. But
That's
he
that's
ain't
for
in it.
another episode.
God, I wanted Kyrie so bad.
Yeah.
For me, my 6th man is going to be.
you gonna pick Al Horford.
Nah,
Marcus
I'm going
Smart.
I'm going with Donovan Mitchell.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute.
My starting lineup better.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
And
That's your 6 man
Caban,
can't play defense with shit.
it's okay. We got Giannis and Joel. That's it. And Jalen
I
Brown.
I only got 2 players that can play defense, but we gonna outscore anyone.
Go ahead. See, round it out.
I'm just
Your
making.
6
I'm
man.
gonna do one last scroll through before I forget anybody's. Danny, you took Ja, right?
I
Yeah.
did take Ja, yes.
Oh,
It's tough.
how crazy is that?
I mean, it's like 21, 6 and 6.
Right, but the
this year.
effort,
Yeah.
the leadership,
What are you talking about?
Y'all know your NBA players without
the
names.
effort, the leadership, the clutch, the
The
carry,
dog.
the dog in him.
Brandon Ingram?
So this is
I mean,
Yeah.
that's right
Damn,
and wrong
bro,
at the
you
same.
made me
That's
think
right
about
and
something.
wrong at the same
you're
time.
right and wrong. You're wrong, but you're kind of right.
You're wrong,
Yeah.
Who's
but
gonna
you're
pick?
right with who I'm probably gonna pick.
I ain't finna pick Laurie Marketing.
Oh man, that's tough. Yeah, give me
You
Who was
Lord.
on your team?
fucking
Luca.
Christ.
Who's your team?
So he has Luca,
Luka,
he has
JT,
JT
Kawhi.
Kawhi,
Yeah,
Zion, and
give me Brandon Ingram.
Cat.
I was
Ah,
stuck between picking.
Oh,
I was stuck between
hey, he got
picking.
a 4-piece win.
I was
Hey, he got
I
a
was thinking
4-piece
about
win.
picking Jimmy Butler. Did not get
oh
picked at all.
no, he did not. A lot of people
Because
did
Jimmy's
not get
playing
picked.
like doodle this year.
What?
Trey Young didn't get picked.
Nope.
Chris Paul didn't
I'm
get
not a
picked.
fan on Trey. CP too
James
old. We said
Harden,
currently.
Chris Middleton,
We left out a
No.
lot. We left out a
Not
lot.
really.
Zach
They were supposed to be
LaVine,
Desmond
left
Bain
off.
is averaging 25
Left
right
off.
now.
Bam Adebayo.
Oh yeah, I
Left
didn't.
That
write
could
off.
have
this
been
down.
somebody's
I
pick.
didn't write this down, but I wanted to put this
Bam
in
or Cat.
for like 3 episodes now. Isaac, you owe that man an apology.
Who?
He been hooping. Bam
Bam
Adebayo. He
Adebayo.
been hooping.
Nobody picked Ant.
You gave me.
It's 'cause
You told me I owe him an apology. He should.
He been hooping.
He should thank me. He listened.
Yeah, I
Yes,
guess we
he
did
should
leave off some
thank
good
me.
players.
So since
Triple
we
J.
rounded it all out there,
Yeah, run it
let's
back.
let's go through our starting lineup plus our 6-man. So starting it off, C with the first pick and all that. Go through your starting 5 and then your 6-man for me.
I got Luka the Don Doncic, Jason JT Tatum, Kawhi the Claw Leonard, Zion. That's it.
Zion.
Zion, Carl Anthony Towns, and then BI Brandon Ingram.
Why
That's
isn't
pretty good.
Zion's nickname Big Willie?
I'm telling you, ain't nobody scoring on that fucking team.
Big Willie.
That's team length. That's team wing.
Big Willie.
I like that. All right, so for mine, I got with my starting point guard, I got John Morant. Shooting guard, I got SGA. With my small forward, got Jaylen Brown. Power forward.
Slash. Holy shit.
Hey, but SGA.
Hey, your ass got the Bulls
shooting.
by accident.
He's
Who was
shooting.
shooting? Who was shooting?
He's shooting, bro.
He probably ain't gonna have the
You
ball
got
in his
all-
hand.
You got Pat Bevs from 3, all of them.
Hey, relax, bro.
Slash.
The rent's
Again.
gonna go down near the
Slash,
arena because
slashing
of
and
all the
slashing
noise
her.
from the bricks.
You
Again,
drafted
so-
basically all Shaqs at the free throw line, basically from 3-point line. You bogus.
So again, I got
The whole team's going
Wait,
to stand right
I
on
got-
the outside. of the paint.
Wait, go start again. Wait, because it gets better.
I got John
You
Morant.
got Giannis in there.
Yo,
His
Hey,
team going to average 1.7 threes per game.
so I have.
you got Ja.
I'm gonna kill y'all. Shut up.
Go,
Shut
go,
up.
go.
I got John Morant. I got SGA, Jaylen Brown. I got Giannis. I got Joel Embiid and Donovan Mitchell coming off the bench.
Donovan Mitchell's going to be shooting 53 a game, hoping that you can carry the team's
Him and Jaylen Brown for the got
That
green
man
lights
has
from the
60
3-point
free
line.
throw attempts and about 12 makes.
I'm appalled, baby.
Actually,
I'm a win.
SGA is putting on a historic
He is
pace
doing
for
well.
volume and percentage.
Man,
It's
that's
actually
funny.
fantasy-wise, he has the second highest free throw impact since
Probably
KD
got,
a
you
few
probably
years
got
ago.
4 players that attack the rim the most in the league.
Gonna lead
Go
the
ahead,
league in
Vitor.
points in the paint.
Vito, who you got for?
So
your
at the
part?
1, I got Steph. 2, I got PG-13. I got Bron at the 3. I got AD at the 4, and I got Joker at the 5, with Dame coming off the bench as the 6-man.
Everything for me is sexy.
It's
Fuck
okay.
that damn AD pick. But it's sexy. I like it.
Go ahead for me.
I needed
It's
somebody to
sexy.
play defense.
Yeah, if he
Him
can
and
play.
PG gonna be fucking
If he can
sweating.
play.
Yeah, it's
Dame's gonna be
about
playing
AD.
a lot of
You know,
five, but
get
the
more
way
than like
AD's
10.
moving.
Hey, I got Braun. I can stick Braun at the 5.
All right. Well, we got Mr. Garland at the 1. I got D Book at the 2. We got KD at the 3. I got the rookie of the year at the 4, Paolo Banchero. Then we're gonna put Pascal Siakam at the 5. I'm playing real small ball over here, kid. And then the 6th man, I'm gonna give you a straight punch in your mouth, Kyrie Irving. Oh yeah, we
not
built
bad.
I
different
think I
over
got the
there.
best team.
Well,
I like my
that
team.
I got
Yeah,
second because Danny got the worst. He got 4 slashes that can't shoot.
I think I got the best team straight up, and like pure all around,
Hey,
pure
but
all
you do
around
got a 4
length,
Brody.
height, wings,
C
and a
got
point.
a 4-piece wing special over there.
I think
Your interior defense is hurting.
that's
Because
okay.
Zion's a terrible defender and Cat's a terrible defender. But you got Kawhi.
Hey, I promise to God,
Honestly,
if we
Kawhi can go
playing,
ahead and probably guard
our
any of the
teams
bigs
is
that you guys
playing,
have. Maybe outside of
Pascal
Joel.
gonna give a bucket to whoever. It don't matter who you got. See, Pascal is the X factor for
Kawhi.
that team. Yeah, then
I wanted
who
him
gonna
to
guard
take
the rest?
Kawhi pre-injury.
Because then that
I
helped
wanted him
Book
as my
get
4,
off.
so I can't disagree with you.
That helped Book get off now.
Hey, Book might get off, but he ain't outscoring my team.
Look, your
Yeah.
team. Look,
I thought
LeBron
you
giving
had
up
third.
3 points.
Are you kidding me?
I
With
like Isaac's team
Jokic on the
second
high
best.
post with
Yeah, but it's
fucking
Jokic and Steph and Dame. I don't like the other 3.
AD. You saw what he's been doing this year.
Yeah, but he's already been injured 3
Yeah,
times this
boy,
year.
hey,
Apparently he sprained his foot midair. Which,
yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
no.
that.
that's impressive.
Yeah,
I like me or Isaac's team the best.
Yeah, but this is a hypothetical. They ain't getting hurt.
that's impressive.
You know, bro, I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna run a 2K sim with our teams, and
You
we're
got to
gonna
run a
see,
poll.
man.
Run a poll.
Yeah, run a
Yeah.
tournament too. We'll
I'll
get
run
a
a,
little.
I
but
win.
Gotta record that.
I'm
Xbox
gonna-
record that and
I'm gonna run a poll though. I'm gonna post this here on our socials for everybody. Let us know who you think got the best team.
You can't run it
That
on
we can
2K. They just gonna give V the wins because he got Brian, bro.
Brian
But
Curry.
Bron
yeah,
Curry, Joker. Come on.
I'm gonna
The
put
ball
this out
movement,
there.
No,
spacing's
3
there.
most OP and 2K players in this world are those 3 players, and they all on Deep Tours team.
Hey, you ever used JJ Redick in 2K? I'm telling you, that man off the wing was broken.
So
All right.
we finish out our NBA draft there. And then the last thing
Give
I'm
me
just
that.
going to run through here real quick before we get into the soccer portion that she's going to leave for us with the World Cup just finishing. So we're going to play a little game real quick. All-star or not an all-star so far this season. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of some names. You let me know. Do they deserve to be an all-star this year? Or do they do not deserve to be an all-star this year? First name on the list, all-star or not an all-star? Tyrese Halliburton.
All-star.
Not an all-star.
Mm,
On the
okay.
fringe, I think he's there, but not an all-star just because of who the guards is in this conference.
Okay. Next name I got, kind of been limited, but we haven't really heard much of him. All-star, not an all-star, Kyrie Irving.
This one, I think I'm gonna go no, and it's not due to his play. I don't think he gets the votes, fans or coaches. I legitimately think he has put himself in a position where he's not an all-star because of his personality.
Yeah, V just hit it on the head for me. On my reason, no.
All-star.
There you go.
Yeah, I think he's an all-star. I just don't think he's going to get
He's
in.
playing like an all-star, but
He'll get it.
I don't know, man. If the fans don't vote him in, I don't see the coaches doing it.
He'll get it.
Not an all-star or not an all-star? Zion Williamson.
All-star.
All-star, yeah.
Especially the way he's been playing with BI out.
Bradley Beal.
Bum.
Nope.
Bum.
No.
Bumley Beal.
Nope. I thought you were going to choose somebody else off the Wizards. Not him, though.
I mean, I did. Kristaps Porzingis.
Hell no. That's still not who I was thinking, but nope.
Kuz? You were thinking Kuz?
What?
I like Kuz. I think he can get in.
he
Bro,
can
I
get in,
I
but-
think KP makes it.
Yes.
KP is too inconsistent for my liking.
He's averaging like 23 and 12 this year, though. Or
Yeah,
23
that's the
and
thing.
no, sorry, 23 and 9. He just had 12 his last game.
Next
I'll
one I
go,
got
I'll
here.
go no for both.
Oh, no for both. Okay. Next one I got here for y'all. Anthony Edwards.
Hell no.
No.
No,
Although if he
just
continues
started.
playing the way he's been playing for the last 2
I
weeks
think he
or
can
so,
sneak his
Never
way
do
in.
that.
yeah.
When
Well,
does he ever do that?
he doesn't need to do it long because All-Star is till February, so
Yeah. All right. Last handful here. Julius Randle.
unfortunately.
Probably.
Unfortunately, yes.
Probably.
No,
Isaac? No. Okay. All
no.
right.
I got Brunson in over him.
One of
He's putting
Vitor's
up-
one of
Oh.
Vitor's favorite players here.
Oh.
Paul George.
No.
Probably
No.
not so far this
No.
year.
Hell no.
No.
Hell motherfucking no.
Hey, y'all act
No.
like he's averaging like 12 points.
Bro,
Come
but
on
you
now.
hold him in this 30 fucking point standard that he's never even touched before.
Hey, he was averaging 28 before he tore his UCL last year.
Once. For one season ever.
That ain't in the top 50.
Where is he at
Come on,
this
No,
man.
stop. No, no.
Isaac,
He
you're
ain't in the
no
top
with that?
50.
You're
Hell
no with that?
yeah, no. No.
Next one I got here for you guys.
23, 6, and 5.
Next one I got here
No.
for you guys. Damian Lillard.
Missed games.
No, missed too many games. That's really good
Yeah.
timing on that one.
Yeah, yes.
If he kept playing, he should.
Well, he is keeping playing. He's back now.
Is he back?
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah, if he stays healthy the rest, he could.
Yeah.
Damn, it's tough though.
I
He
think
did
makes
miss
it.
what, like 2-3 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we talk about that. Steph's gonna miss longer.
No, I don't think Steph.
No, he's only out projected 3 to 4 weeks. So yeah, he's about to miss the same amount of time.
That's
Yeah.
tough. They missed it last year, right?
They missed like most of the season last year.
Yeah,
I think,
he did.
Right?
Yeah, because he had abdominal surgery.
And then he missed it the year before that too, right?
Was it the year he got snubbed?
I think it was.
Yeah, I think that was his year he got snubbed.
I think he gets snubbed again.
That's what happens when you don't run from the grind.
I think he gets
I
snubbed
think he-
again.
All right.
I think his teammate snubs him though.
The last, yeah, maybe. The last four that I got here, Darius Garland.
No.
No, Mitchell.
Talk about a teammate snubbing him.
He might. He's got good numbers. Somebody might get injured.
18 and 8, I think he's at.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Isaac's favorite player here, Bam Adebayo.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, he will. Come on.
What's he gotta do for you to respect his game, man?
He'll get in.
I give it to him. I give it to him. I don't want to. I give it to him.
Those numbers are looking
He finally
spicy.
listening. Yeah. He finally
Right.
doing what I want.
If he could block shots consistently, that man would be unreal. But his lack of size is his one flaw.
Bro, he need a 5, bro.
'Cause
So he
he's-
can just dominate 4s.
All right.
They
Last,
also need
Last two that I got here for you guys, Jaylen Brown.
yes.
Probably
Yes.
will be.
Yeah.
Now, wait, what a minute. We just voted Bam in, but we said no to Cruz.
Well,
I said
What are we
probably
doing?
both.
Yeah,
you said
he
no.
probably.
Yeah, because he's having a better year than Kuz.
Cruz is better than Bam this year.
No, he ain't.
He averaging 22 and 8.
And Bam's averaging like 24 and 10.
Bam is averaging 20 and 8.
No, he ain't. 21 and 10, my bad. 21 and 10.
I'm just Cruz is outplaying him right now on a shitty
Isaac,
team.
Jaylen Brown for All Star now? Yes or no?
Yeah, I already said yeah. Are you listening to me?
You sound like a Lakers
I
fan
said
4
yeah.
years ago.
And the last one that I got here, the NBA Rookie of the Year hopeful, Paolo Banchero.
Yes.
Does he
Yep.
sneak in?
Yeah.
Man, there's a lot of guys. I forget how freaking picky it is.
Yeah.
You only get so many guys.
Especially
per
when
position and shit.
when a random dude makes it off fan
Yeah.
vote.
Yeah.
And you're
I
like,
think
whoa.
Paolo can get in.
I think hype and like again media and stuff plays a big role in all stars, and I think he's gonna be he has a lot of hype behind him.
We
Putting up numbers.
tweaking. We didn't even talk about the main person. This motherfucker got Utah in the standings, bro. You didn't even talk about Lloyd Marketing. He got
I don't think he's
23
gonna. I don't think he's gonna make it though. West is too deep, in my opinion. West is too deep
At the
for
forward
talent.
spots.
at the 4 though, Danny.
Don't
They're-
worry.
that's a
They'll
guard set.
find a way
They're deeper
to mess it
guard
up.
wise.
They'll
Like you
find a way to
got
mess it up,
Job,
though.
Book, you got
Gang,
Steph, Dame,
But you gotta- but
Andrew
you-
Wiggins can get in on
Uluka.
defense.
But you got to think though.
Why
It's like,
Laurie
Well,
it
no, he
ain't.
got
It
Wiggs got in
And-
off of
and-
K-pop because
Yeah,
a
that's
K-pop person tweeted
But this
about it,
is-
and that's how
this
he won the
is-
fan vote.
This is not based off
But
of East
gang,
versus West no more. We also got to realize
we're
that.
talking about a top 10 shooter in the
It
NBA.
is based off East. You're still making the All-Star rosters are still even split between the
No,
conferences.
yeah.
It's just the
But I
draft is
didn't.
different.
Yeah, I just don't
Bruh,
think he's gonna make it.
If Mitchell and Rudy can get in, why can't Laurie get it?
I'm not saying it. And I don't hold that power, brother. Don't kill the messenger on that one. But that finishes it out for us for the All-Star, not an All-Star for the NBA segment. And the last thing we're gonna get into will be a little bit of a spicy take, but Kaban, take it away for us here. World Cup just concluded, and everything else. Vitor got a little special surprise for anybody who's tuning in to the YouTube video. But Kaban, go ahead and leave it off for me, my brother.
Well, basically, the World Cup is over, and if the U.S. wasn't going to win, this is who I wanted to win, and that was Argentina, because the legend himself, the currently still playing, active, walking legend himself, the now greatest soccer player of all time, football player of all time, Lionel Messi, he finally got that one trophy piece he was missing in his cabinet. Man's won everything under the fucking sun, except for the World Cup. So, yeah, he did that in dominating fashion, as he basically did everything for that team the entire tournament. They did go to penalties in the final, and they did go to penalties in the quarterfinals. So it was tight. It was tight during the knockouts, but yeah, they got it done. Oh, get the hell in here! I'm just sitting off the camera and shit. It's got the freaking Messi jersey on and whatnot. But yeah, I was just curious because a lot of people are, it's just everyone keeps saying that the GOAT debate's over. There's a constant debate of Messi and CR7 and who's better and who's, me and Vitor have our opinions. Well, it now is factual, but I was just curious to kind of get your guys' opinions. It's like, because me and Vitor follow it pretty, just world football in general, follow it really hardcore versus like you guys who probably, will
You can
watch
call
the
us
big
casuals,
games.
it's okay. Call
Well,
us
I'm saying,
casuals.
yeah, the casuals. You guys
It's
will
fine,
watch the
bro.
big games. You'll watch the, Champions League finals and
Not
Danny
a
who
casual.
shout out to Danny who was actually watching the final. Because when Dave says it's 11:40, there's no football on. What the fuck are you talking about? I was like, backhand this dude.
Hey, I
I
paid
knew what you were
attention.
talking about. I knew what you were talking about. But I was just
But
curious what you guys kind of thought about everything. I thought it was, as me and Vitor were really excited that
I thought it
Argentina.
was I thought it was a really fitting ending, especially how the game and especially how everything ended in the fashion that it actually did.
Yeah.
As far as like the GOAT debate, again, I'm a casual. I don't know too much, but again, I know Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi were the main topics of conversation between the two. I think in this tournament, it really solidified it. Even though Messi won, it really solidified who the GOAT was, and Messi took that by a landslide. If I'm not mistaken, you guys can correct me. Ronaldo was benched or didn't start the last two games, if I'm not mistaken,
That's
and
correct.
didn't play in one or barely played in one or
Mhm.
something like that, or didn't even get in at all. Because another player on his national team was playing better than him at his position. The one thing I do want to add in, I don't know if this is crazy, but if Mbappe continues on the way that he's continuing on, it could be maybe again, this is years and years down the road, but if he continues to do what he's doing, I think it's another possible conversation. Just have to wait and see. But again, I'm a casual, but Messi is the GOAT in world football terms, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna just go with.
I gotcha.
I don't like being called a casual. I am not a casual.
You are casual in this case.
I look into this. I used to play soccer in third grade, fucker. So I used to pay attention. I pay attention to this.
As every kid in grammar school. Get out
But
here,
I pay
bro.
attention to this, though. I do. I don't watch games. I stay on top of stats and stuff because my favorite player is Mbappe. Be honest with you. I really wanted France to
That's
win.
tough.
But Messi is the GOAT. And I always thought Messi was a better player. than Ronaldo. I really took more of Ronaldo as a striker more than anything, which is why Ronaldo has more goals than Messi. But Messi, if you look around his all-around stats, they're better than Ronaldo's to me. So I honestly been had Messi better than Ronaldo, but this just put the
Good
icing on
man.
the cake. This is just the icing on the cake, saying, "Hey, bro, stop putting my name in it."
Before you and Vitor get into it, I know
I'm
y'all
not gonna
excited.
take too long.
Yeah.
Don't try not to
But
take too long.
I just want to say real quick though, is it realistic? And this could be short too. Is it realistic to say Mbappe, if he continues on his on the path that he's going, is it possible to say that maybe we are talking about another GOAT conversation maybe within 15 years, 20 years? I'm just saying.
Boy.
It's a yes and a no. It's a yes and a no. He's got big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
He's not starting off great emulating
He got a
Ronaldo.
big foot to kick goals.
Should have started emulating Messi off the gate. But at this point in his career, he's not in the greatest domestic league to kind of start off his career because it's the weakest league in all of the big five, I guess, between like Italy, England, Germany, Spain, and France, which is he plays in the French league, which is a lot of people call it the Farmers League because it's just really really easy.
It had actually moved to the sixth. It was
Yeah.
FIFA has a coefficient that they use to determine how good teams are and how good leagues are and stuff like that. And for the French league, had actually fought before
Behind the
Messi had
Dutch?
moved over there. They had fallen to the sixth spot, and
The Dutch?
no, I believe it was the Portuguese league had moved up to the fifth spot.
Yeah, basically he
Okay.
plays in a fucking shit league. And he hasn't done anything on a Champions League level yet. Yes, he scores a lot of goals. He doesn't get a lot of assists because he's a fairly selfish player.
Mhm.
But he does do really good on national team level so far, so he's got that going for him. I would argue that City striker Haaland has a better chance, at least being younger and starting off similar stats um, that Mbappe has. He just plays for a much smaller fucking country, so he's never going to have that going for him because Norway stinks and France is talent-wise the best in the world.
Oh, France is already the favorite to win next World Cup,
and they will be
for the
every
next
year.
one after that.
So, I mean, yes and no. It's going to
Okay.
be tough. I think if he moves to Real Madrid and continues to see success there, then we could see him enter into that airspace. I mean, he's already in one of the two guys that's the future face of football with him and Erling Haaland. But yeah, you can kind of say. I know you'll probably say no.
Well, I mean,
Talent-wise,
numbers
he's right
wise,
there, man.
he's going to be up there, and I don't
Yeah.
doubt that unless obviously anything happens.
But there'll be skew because
Yeah,
depending
exactly.
on how long he's in the French league.
People will always look at that as an asterisk.
That's what people try to use against Messi.
Yeah, that he never played in the Premier League, even though he has more goals against the top six teams in the Premier League than Ronaldo does, who played in there for what was it 5 years, 6 years?
Yeah.
But yeah, goat debate.
Over.
The GOAT debate's been over. He didn't need the World Cup. He didn't need the Copa America. All he needed was for people to watch games, sit down and actually watch a full game instead of checking the score after and seeing goals. And you could tell who the GOAT was. The influence that Messi has on a game, I have never seen from another player so consistently.
Well, that Australia game was the one for me.
I've been watching this man. I've been watching him play consistently since 2013, 14-ish, 14, 15, 2014. And the games he's not the best player is because he created opportunities for somebody else to be more impressive. Like he is so influential on a game. He cannot score and not assist and still be the best player on the pitch. Like that is one thing that Ronaldo couldn't do. If he wasn't scoring, he was having a bad game.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the difference. That's where I think the difference is like when you talk about 1A and 1B, this is different. Like Messi's level is just so different. He had Thierry Henry playing as a decoy because he was so good.
Who was the best striker in England for like 5-6 years?
He moves over to Barcelona. He's one of the world superstars. He transfers to Barcelona.
Becomes like a third stringer. Basically.
He's asked to. I mean, he's starting every game, but he's asked to just make runs in order to create space for Iniesta and Messi. Like you take a player who's at the top of the world and tell him, hey, we need you to make false runs to pull defense back so we can have other people operate in space.
Yeah.
Like, that is how good Messi is.
That's great.
And he's played false
So I
nine.
watched that game, Danny. You kind of saw it.
He's played false nine. He's played as a 10. He's played as an 11. He's played up top. The man has played all over the place and has always been one of the most influential player.
No, I'm saying I'm glad you watched the finals. You can see how influential he was. There wasn't too many players that played the whole 120. He didn't.
But
to me,
he was never subbed out.
When you talk about the World Cup solidifying it, I think the Copa America win, if you want to talk about a moment and an award that really that was the one that kind of killed the only thing Ronaldo had over him,
which was the 1 Euro.
Yeah, he had 1 Euro and he has one more Champions League win, 2 less Ballon d'Ors. Through the time they played in Spain, I believe it was 10 years that they both were in Spain at the same time. But at the same time, but because some of them, Ronaldo was at Man U still. I believe in the time it was like 10 years, 11 years that Ronaldo was in Spain. Messi or Barcelona and Messi won 8 or something out of the leagues, of the league titles. So when in direct competition over the course of the season, we had this debate between our friend group because there's a big debate in soccer about the value of the Champions League because it's the biggest competition in club football.
It's like the best teams against the best teams.
Yes, the issue it is
basically like putting
it's a World Cup for club teams,
NFL playoffs,
but in Europe only.
Basically like playoffs.
Yeah. The issue you run into when you have a Champions League and any sort of tournament is that the matchup matters, right? Over the course in soccer specifically, you're playing every other team twice. There's no division rivals where you're playing them so you can have a weak division and capitalize off it. There's no weird scheduling. It is 1 game at home and 1 game away against every team in the league. And over the 10 years they shared time in Spain, Barcelona dominated Spain. So and
the way that he's saying the Champions League is skewed because think of it in NFL.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, the Eagles will never play the Chiefs if the Chiefs lose to the Bills. You know what I mean? The Bills will never have a chance to play the Cowboys or the Vikings if they beat these teams, or if they win the whole way and end up only facing the Eagles, they'll never have played the Cowboys, So you never always end up playing the same thing, and that's kind of the same problem you see with the Champions League is that the best teams never play the actual best teams.
There's often times where you play. It feels like and soccer never really feels that random. The draws never in the Champions League never feels that random. So you often have a lot of the favorites or a lot of the storyline matchups happening earlier.
No, you get one more point.
But to me, it's been over for a while, and I think anyone who actually sits down and watches full games could agree with that.
Yeah.
But now I think any argument you make to me is done because the only thing Ronaldo has is 1 more Champions League and total goals. But Messi's got goals per game. He's got more assists per game. Messi's been a more efficient goal scorer throughout his career. He's also scored without penalties. If you take away both their penalty goals
in a calendar year.
Messi has more. He has more. He's literally all the statistics that actually represent like what you do in 1 game and per game go to Messi. And to me, that's you don't judge players based on total points, right? In the NBA, you don't have points per game.
He's about to get an 8th Ballon d'Or.
Yep. Oh, he's already the favorite for the next one.
He's just they just won the World Cup. They're gonna win the French League. They'll be favorites for Champions League.
Yeah, if they can just make a deep run.
Because he's playing with dogs. PSG was my favorite team too, just because of Mbappe.
We gotta teach you some. We gotta teach you
some etiquette. That's what we need to.
But
I'll let you.
That finishes it out for us for the NBA and soccer portion of. I muted myself by accident.
There you go.
That rounds it out for us for episode 27 for the NBA and soccer portion for you guys. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Again, follow our Instagram at We Got Action Podcast as he shows Messi on his wallpaper there on his phone. Again, all of our episodes now are being uploaded to YouTube every single, so that way you guys can see a lot of our reactions if you just don't want to listen to it on your phone or anything like that. Again, we're posting a lot more now. Being a lot more active. So thank you guys all for the support, and to our new followers that are listening in. Thank you guys again for tuning in. We appreciate it.
For y'all that don't watch, y'all should watch because you'll miss some funny stuff that happens.
Yes. Oh, it's some funny We got some funny reactions here.
And there's stuff that we run into trouble with the computer all the time, and you don't notice if you don't watch the clips and see us react to things we do.
Exactly, bro. But thank you guys all again. This episode here for 27 is going to be uploaded for you guys Friday morning. So it'd be the weekend leading up to Christmas, which is going to be December 23rd. So again, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a great rest of the week and happy holidays.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. And well, we might be here for the new year. I'll let y'all know. But Merry Christmas.
Shout out Campbell Soup.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Bye-bye.